When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Bridgeport Stadium in Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to the James Madison Dukes. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Wakeforest Demon Deacons, taking on a team from the Big 12, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Dukes will kick it off to get us underway. He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Sure what the thought process here is, other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking downfield, it's Kamara. Oh, they're after him. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye weeks sometimes can take away your rhythm, and that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
And the Demon Deacons will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throwing right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Makes the grab. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
The Dukes have their offense in high gear. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got him in the flat. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Dukes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
The Dukes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They'll move the wide receiver to the air on second down. Picked off to stop the threat.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Wakeforest has it back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The Demon Deacons in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Kamara. Here comes the heat. Got room to work. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Demon Deacons will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wakeforest.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Clemson was able to finish off a close one in Death Valley today. They did just enough, both offensively and defensively, to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Dukes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to make magic with his feet. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Defensively on 3rd and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let them throw the football. Make them throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around, now hitting the gas, picks up so many yards. Now he makes it a 4th down and management so much easier on the offense.
Snap of this drive comes from their own 44. The give to the back. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. Touchdown, Wake. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. To the air on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Makes the grab close to the logo. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Wakeforest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Back to throw, it's Kamara. Here's a heat. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. It's first down from the 11. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback extends the play. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The Demon Deacon's in the hurry-up. Flips it out in the flat. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wakeforest. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Oh, a lot of space. The 40, the 30. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd, because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Dukes.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wakeforest offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll try the run. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Got the first down and more. He's loose down the left side. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wake.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. New Mexico State is going to enjoy the trip back to Las Cruces after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Aggie Memorial Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He'll start this drive firing. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks so the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yardage.
And it's another 1st and 10 play. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent.
There he goes. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll take the deep shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking for a man. It's Kamara. Plucks it out of the air. There he goes. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback. Tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and touchdown, Demon Deeks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Dalton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that we got.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
He'll take a deep shot here. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up third down. Man, he will be thinking about that one.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Complete to the left. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Offense set on 1st down. He wants to throw it. Moves away as he feels pressure. It's complete on the right side. Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the right. Got his man. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance. Touchdown, James Madison! Fitted in the window for the score.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally scored. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Kamara. Pressure coming. Oh, better look out. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Here we go! Ready.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off the play fake. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
35. Madison, 14.
And the Demon Deacons will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. And I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
He leaves it with his back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Dukes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the handoff. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. It's complete to the left. Turning it on! He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and, man, you know he's looking for more.
The Dukes are rolling down the field, making side adjustments here. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
And the Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Skips away from pressure. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Got his man on the right. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Dukes line it up with a 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read to the left. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Let's go! Let's go!
Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Dukes! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Texas A&M is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly making this easy for the 12th man. This is a tight one in College Station. They're up by 10 over Ball State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Take over. 1st and 10.
Wakeforest has it back, and here comes the offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room. Oh, he's got some space.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw, it's Kamara. He wants to go deep. Grabs it inside the 15. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll set up to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. Listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Ready? Now staring at a third down.
Come on, set.
He's looking downfield to throw. Throwing on the run. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He's got it. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
And the Dukes trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wakeforest has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to pull his way in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Slams ahead. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Brings up
And I think it's go time now at this point of the game if you're on offense, because you need a touchdown. You have this golden opportunity down close to the goal line. Who is a playmaker you can identify offensively that you know can win one-on-one to get you the score?
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Stopped at the 12-yard line, and he wanted that pick 6. He'll have to settle for setting up his offense. Wakeforest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
The Demon Deacons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Handoff to the single back. He's out past the 35. There he goes. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. Once he got some room, it was over. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up again with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Dukes can really attack on this 2nd and short. The run from the shotgun. Thrust that arm out. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He fires a bullet to the right.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Might be looking to run. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. Smart move to keep it on the ground. At the 35, he's got room. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Wakeforest. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Oklahoma State is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 33 over Nevada. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
1st and 10.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's got it. On the move at the 30. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's caught. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Dukes have this offense rolling. To the air on 1st down. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to throw, it's Kamara. A shot toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to...
Going for it all. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Bring in the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Oh, they're after him. Hauls it in. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46.
Let's go.
To throw, it's Kamara. Time to take a shot. It's picked off, and that's number 10. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably wouldn't win. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Wakeforest.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air, it's Kamara. Unleashes one deep. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Back to pass on second down. He'll take a shot. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.